Hello there, Internet! I am your host, J-Man. Welcome back to Let's Play! Master Detective Archives Raincoat. Left off, we basically hung out with Alara as they tried to find out who murdered some rich guy. Yeah, that one kind of just forgettable. But, so we did save the best for last, as we got our boy, Vivia and Yakko. Because, yeah, these are the last two, as basically all know by now, these are going to be the last two DLC stories. So, once we're done, that's it. This LP will be over. And let's see, how many games I LP? I played, Metroid Prime. Lollipop Chainsaw. Kirby's Dream Course. Bob Rush Cyberpunk. Xenogears currently. And technically RE4 because that LP's gonna come out later. Now, what I do know is that for Yakko's DLC episode, is going to focus on Kodaka explicitly said that to not play play that once you finish the story, which I have. But yeah, they clearly say to be the best for last. Because we started first with the literally most insufferable character of the entire game. Best girl, even though her DLC was meh. Yeah. And yeah, I gotta remember, I don't do my VTuber persona when I'm here. Alright, let's get to the best boy. Sadly, no one has been listed as a Tumblr Suxy Man yet.
Death is always awaiting me upon my path. Like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet.
Oh, Vivia, you are
Even if
such
I
a
manage
mood.
to overcome them and make progress down that path. When I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral. To live means to continuously die. Every human is nothing but a walking corpse.
Yeah, he's a mood.
And so, I too am dying in this moment.
Oh yeah, so I don't know if I want to like notice, but audio I noticed was like, a little crackly. Mainly because I was recording that off the actual, the Near Death Detective. I'm recording that off the capture card itself. Right now, I'm actually recording from desktop. Korikyo?
It doesn't seem to be moving at all. And the management company isn't responding either.
You live in a city run by an evil conglomerate. I think your management is long not gonna give a fuck. The only time Amaterasu does give a fuck is whenever a person dies and they become a homunculi. I like your hair for some reason.
I guess we just have to wait. If you wait long enough, everything will come to an end. Just as there is rain unceasing, a day will come when the sun doesn't rise, and when the oceans dry up too. One day, you will die, and so will I.
Is that supposed to be a joke? How can you talk about death in this situation?
Yeah, you also kind of remind me of Maki. Also, why the fuck did your average hot topic chopper get in this elevator again? I just needed a place to rest. Oh yeah, so story time. I actually want to tell you guys this. So of course, it's currently at chapter 4, I think. Yes, I think I got to the part where Yako gets killed. Yeah, I think that's always fuck me up because of how depressing that was. Poor Yako. But apparently I found out what the... So, when I saw the Fubuki's infamous dummy thick line, I mean, I loved that line, but that part of me felt that could not have been the Japanese original. Like, I am so naive that my servants called me dummy thick. Apparently, they're actually somewhat accurate, because in the Japanese version, she said a mochi mochi, which means plump. Mochi means ignorant. So, in other words, her servants are calling her quite plump, which is what dummy thick kind of means. Apparently, I found out that like a character that looked a lot like Camilla in AI, the sodium chloride. Yes, that's what I'm calling AI Somnium Files. I call it the sodium chloride. Apparently, the character design for that who looked like Camilla from Fire Emblem, because I know Yusuke Kozaki designed both, explicitly picked that Kotaro Takuchi, the creator of AI Somnium Files, picked that design for her because somebody because a localizer for told him what thick meant. I love that. Whoever the localizer is my hero.
I'm not enjoying this situation enough to make light jokes about it.
I think I'd find things a bit more enjoyable if I wasn't trapped in here with you.
Yeah, fuck off, emo.
I apologize if I've offended you. I wish to avoid all unnecessary fights.
Same goes for me. Sorry I raised my voice. I'm not used to situations like this.
Nor am I. We found something we agree on.
Aren't you afraid?
Afraid?
No, I just want to die.
We're stuck in an elevator, hanging in midair. What if something happens and we fall to our deaths?
I don't think I'm afraid.
What if the elevator is never fixed and we're trapped here forever?
Then it'll be like a coffin. I actually think it would be rather cozy. I could just...
What's with you and your death wish?
It's not like I intended to have one. It's hard to describe. Thinking of death is like breathing to...
Do you find it fun to live like that?
Isn't that what life is all about? There are things that I find fun. For example, I love reading stories. For some reason, I feel more alive when I can invest in a story's protagonist.
Oh yeah, so something else fun out. So remember how there was that book that Vivia asked Yuma to get, where he said about a guy who was trying to find out why a girl's crying over a sandcastle? It turns out that was a reference to Danganronpa Zero, a Japan-only novel that I'm going to read on Halloween because I don't have anything else to do at night.
I also love gazing at the beauty found in nature. Seeing plants sway in the breeze brings joy to my heart.
You sure are a strange one.
Am I? What about you? What makes you happy?
Well, I suppose I like to observe life.
Observe life?
I used to be a nurse.
Meikon?
I've seen many lives saved and lost at the hospital.
Yeah, I'm actually considering making a part 2 of my What Your Favorite Ring Code character says. Because, so, if you guys remember, the main reason I didn't go to get past chapter 4 was because
life should be more precious than diamonds. But some people are treated more poorly than a pebble on the road. Isn't that strange? A life is a life. So why should its value be different depending on the person?
Well, it's because at the time it was a more recent game, and I didn't want to spoil it for others because I'm really getting a comment in a Reddit post saying, "Where'd you put Fink?" And I said,
how valuable each life
some
may
guy
be.
was like, "Don't compare us to Danganronpa. It's its own project." Not, buddy. Not only does the gameplay similar to Danganronpa's Class Trials, but a lot of the marketing I've seen this game is from the makers of Danganronpa.
You're also kind of strange.
Am I?
Speaking of which, I didn't catch your name. I'm Vivia. Who are you?
I'm real.
Rio. I think we may have met before. Do you remember?
Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna do both episodes right now. And is this the please? Ah, good.
Hey,
No
Vivia.
Desahiko.
Everyone else is out on a job. How long are you gonna stay there?
Until I die?
You gotta be kidding me. Do I have to pull the pieces of you out of there once you're a skeleton? If you have free time, why don't you help work on some unsolved cases?
Chief.
Yeah, how
do I
many
look
months has
like
it
I have
been?
a lot of
3
free time to
months?
You look like you're so bored you could die. Look, just hear me out as a way to kill time. There have been a series of suspicious deaths lately. People jumping to their demise from a certain building. The first one was over 5 years ago, and people have been periodically jumping ever since.
There must be some. I'm not gonna finish that joke.
There's been over 10 confirmed cases.
What's suspicious about that? They came across a building to jump off of when they happened to feel like dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say something akin to that.
That's probably all there is to it.
That could be true for 1 or 2 cases, but over 10 times in the same spot? That's unusual, no matter how you look at it.
Are you suggesting
Probably a
someone is
fucked up
pulling the
landlord.
strings behind the scenes?
We won't know until it's investigated.
Yeah, now I just can't help when Uchikoshi found out what thick meant. I want to know if that's what Kodako found out, that people were calling Hifumi dummy thick. I think one of my favorites, like, dummy thick thing was Sean Shiplock, who, of course, you guys all know is Taka and Monotaro, aka the one Monokub I find funny. He was like, he said, "Father, real guys are killing you, but the actors all, they're dummy thick, and clap their ass, you will keep learning the students." Yeah, okay. Every time I do a Monotaro voice, I can't. It ends up sounding like SpongeBob.
It'd be an absolute nightmare if someone is getting their kicks killing people and making it look like suicide. For the sake of the town's safety, it's not something we can ignore.
There's no point in investigating it. All we will find is boring reality.
No matter how boring it is, it's still reality. There's value in finding it.
Detectives are such troublesome creatures.
Aren't you one too?
Huh?
Don't look at me all surprised. Why'd you come here if you're no detective? Aren't you here to solve mysterious crimes and help those who are lost?
Okay, then. All right, let's see. Yeah, again, why? I wish there was like a little prompt.
He asked me why I came to this town.
And there's me.
Under understand it myself.
Oh my god, a McDonald's?
I'm not actively searching for a place to die just yet.
Kamako Roboto.
I'm not here to be a detective searching for the truth. It's nothing so pure or sincere. The reason I came to this city
Tiwa?
is due to my impatience
Tio?
with living.
One of the little signs says Tiaw. How do I pronounce that? Tao?
What did I seek by coming
Oh, it's
here?
wait. It's
What
wait.
do I expect from this place?
Yeah, that's not definitely stalkery.
That was a woman in a red raincoat. That reminds me. The chief did mention something. Around the building where the suicides occur, a suspicious woman in a red raincoat has often been spotted. I'm not interested in the truth, but I am interested in her. I
Okay,
should
you're
try
turning
to
into a
tag
stalker.
along behind her without being spotted.
Yeah, it's been a while since I started doing the pyro. Oh god. Is he doing it hard to run? He say no say. Dedemi no me no kori boku na wa nani.
Sheesh.
I thought so. Looks like I lost you. Alright, the unsolved case is on serious suicide. Suspicious woman in a red raincoat. Alright, Vivia, like classic literature, dislikes, people throw their away their lives. Her title is a nurse, and she is injections, so, lethal injections?
She.
I guess I can't go to the hotel and, get noticed by a gay guy. I'm not talking about Desahiko. Yeah, okay. I was actually kind of surprised that people actually liked him. And again, people like Hyoko. And we all know Hyoko is definitely one of the most, definitely insufferable spoiled brat. She probably jumped off. What if she's a ghost? Oh god. Don't tell me this is a stealth mission. Issa. God damn, why is he Naruto running?
I see. This is the perfect building for dying.
Yeah, so far there haven't been a lot of cards for Katsu stuff for Yeah.
We've met before? Are you sure about that? I don't remember you at all. Are you sure it was me?
There's no mistake. You have that smell.
Vivia, I love you, man. You remind me of your mood, but please don't say anything that'll make others uncomfortable. I know from personal experience.
Smell?
You smell faintly of death.
What do you mean by that? That's rather rude.
Do you live
You're the
in this building?
Yes. What?
From what I've heard, there hasn't been anyone living in this building for a long time.
Who said that? Oh, was it the people around here? They probably have a grudge against... They say the building blocks the sun, or that it's sinking into the bedrock.
What about all the people who have fallen to their deaths from the... Is that nothing but a groundless...
Of course it is.
But it isn't. It's fact. Even the newspapers have articles about it. If you live here, then you must have heard about it. Many unsolved cases in the city have been completely left alone. Of course, this has nothing to do with me. I have no interest. However,
Are you hitting on me?
I suppose you could take it that way.
I see. To be honest, I'm interested in you too. Although it's more that your life force makes me curious. It's... how do I put this? Thinner than paper. Almost as though I can see death waiting on the other side.
I could say the same about... Sheesh. This is a hassle. I guess I'll get to... You killed them.
I?
You lured people from the city here and pushed them off the building, making it appear. Why did you kill them? There's no benefit in it for fun. You wanted to see them die? Or did you develop a special interest? If so, that makes you a serial killer.
Me? A killer? Well then, I guess that means you're trapped inside an elevator with it.
Strangely, I found myself in situations like this often, whether I want it or not.
You're not afraid?
Afraid? No, it's more like observing from a great distance as dark clouds slowly spread out.
I don't quite get it, but it doesn't sound joyful to me. Though, you were like this from the very beginning. Truth be told, I can tell when someone has a death wish. I sense their desire to go to the other side. Yes, you remind me of them.
The other side. Did all those you lured here feel the same?
Lord? You're mistaken. I didn't do anything myself. People like you happened to show up here. Then they depart.
You really want to insist that you weren't involved? That all those who died came...
That's right. Aren't you the...
Me? Perhaps. I want to die someday. And perhaps this is a fit.
The view here is nice, don't you think? That's certainly an added benefit.
Oh, and there's Deshiko getting his 30,000th restraining order this week.
The journey here wasn't easy. Things are just getting started. Vivia, let's...
That's not why I came to this.
Right. I'm counting on you. Did I mishear you?
I don't care what happens to Kanai Ward. And I have no intent. I just want some peace.
What are you talking about? You're not gonna find... The only place you can find perfect peace is heaven, and the only ones who can reach it
Are you
dead. Wait.
Are you sure about the... Oh yeah, right. I'm not in my angel form. Yeah, for the sake of lore.
Just leave me alone.
This is just gonna be myself.
I can't do that. We need your help. Hey!
I want to eat a toaster. What?
I've always been able to see the dead, and what they tell me is always true. The truth has been exhausting for me, for as long, even when I cover my eyes and ears, their voices continue to whisper it. Please, be quiet. No matter how much I beg for it, where's the... It's
Everyone who steps into this elevator has the same... They want to escape reality as soon as possible. They don't care. This elevator will take you to your desired exit. The path to the other side.
And it's your job to see them off. You've seen so many on their way from here.
So what if I am? Aren't...
Perhaps. It moved.
Life is like this elevator. Once it moves, I can hear them.
Hey, Vivia! Where are you?
She's also a hooker!
Hey, Vivia! Where are...
That voice.
Do you recognize it?
Oh, no.
If you have any attachments in this world...
Attachment? If that's the case. The first of those who died was a woman wearing a red. Her name was real. It was written. Why do you still ride this elevator, even after death?
She's a ghost!
Attached to this world.
She's a ghost, isn't she? I mean, we already had Shinigami who's kind of a ghost.
You don't seem like an ordinary human.
I'm a regular detective. I just happen to have one foot.
I see. Still, you surprised me.
Yep, I called it!
You knew...
I told you in the beginning, and you smelled of death. You're responsible for stopping this elevator. You haven't been guiding the suicidal to the... You've been stopping the elevator in an attempt to make them reconsider.
Oh, God. You're starting to remind me of a guy I knew on Discord. So during the incident around July 2022, I was having depressed thoughts and how this guy I don't want to say his name, kind of was there and told me that there was help and that suicide was not the answer and that stuff. It wasn't a bot, thankfully. I can't even recall where I found the guy, maybe on an Earthbound Discord server, because yeah, I started getting really more active on Discord around when COVID began. And I remember like one of the first Discord servers I joined was Alphys. If you don't know, Alphys is the go-to Earthbound ship poster. Earthbound.mp4 is his magnum opus and probably a good way to sum up Earthbound for Zoomers.
You sure are a mean one. You knew all along.
Did you try to say?
Yes.
Yeah, let me just check. Has anyone tried cosplaying as Vivia yet?
As I'm sure you know, I haven't been able to stop a single one. more than 10. And I've watched all of them go. That's why, because I chose this place for my own death, it's become rather famous for suicides. I was just tired of living. I wanted to go somewhere far away from this place.
But you regret it.
Yes. That's why I always stop the elevator whenever someone comes here, so I can speak to them.
Oh, God. Now, I'm not some kind of, I'm a really, really fucked up state of mind, as you guys all know. I openly admit I'm not the most, mentally stable person. But, I believe that this could be based on a somewhat well-documented suicide. Now, about how it also kind of somebody that might have regretted their suicide. Roro-chan. So, for those who do not know, Roro-chan was a YouTuber who was basically going through a lot of troubles. I mean, not really a YouTuber, more of a... They use another site. And the reason why she killed herself was because she wanted to be cemented as a legend. Unfortunately, you're right. That was legend, but not for a good reason. Well, and if I'll be honest, I'm a hypocrite. Time for some more dark sense of mind. If I'll be honest, I think I care about more preventing other people's deaths than my own. I don't know why. But yeah. Anyway, so Robo-chan ended up jumping off of her apartment building during the live stream, and some people had noticed that she might have actually struggled and may have actually regretted this. Now, as many of you guys all know, if you're familiar with Robo-chan, you know it from one of two things. One, you're familiar with Minky Momo, which is a very infamous anime. Not for the content of it, but for the... But for the fact that a lot of weird things happen whenever... like a bunch of weird disasters are happen because of it. The other reason you might know Robo-chan is there was actually a song. I think some of the people that made it made the. The song's called Ruo-chan's Live Suicide Show. I don't know the band that sings it. And some fucker made a Friday Night Funkin' mod. Sadly, I can't find... It was more based on the song, but they were still basing it on a real person. The person who makes that mod, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not saying that because because of my well-known hatred for FNF. Making a mod based on a real person. What the fuck is wrong with you? I even saw somebody posting like some not safe for work art. And thankfully that video has since been deleted because I reported it. Well,
But I've never been able to convince them otherwise. All I've done is
I'm sorry if I've spent too much about my life.
Everyone who comes here has claimed
This is definitely gonna be a
none will
two-parter.
saddened by their deaths. I've never been able to get them to recant those words.
That should be expected. After all, it is the truth. Everyone must overcome the death of others to keep on living. No one can remain in place.
Is that so?
Find out yourself.
We're almost to the roof. From here on, please listen. Even if you get to the roof, don't step out onto the floor.
Why?
Because they will try to take you. As long as you don't listen to them, you'll be able to shake it off. That's because you're here to investigate what happened, not for your own death.
I don't know about that. The moment I got on the elevator, I think I made a...
No! You must be determined to survive. Otherwise they will take you.
Life and death. I failed. They both overlap. I can no longer tell which one is the real me.
Then please, think of the people you will leave behind. You must have some in your life. Are you really going to depart without saying farewell to them? There must be someone you'll regret not saying goodbye to.
If I had someone like that, I wouldn't be here. I have no one.
We need your help.
Yeah, so as for why I kind of want to make like a two-parter.
Isn't it cool to have a detective agency in a submarine? If you ever have trouble here in Congo,
Yeah, because I actually did make
come on by.
extra thumbnails on
The
standby
other
because I
detectives
knew
and
there was going to be
will always
DLC.
have your back.
But
In exchange, you better watch out for us too.
What a pain.
If you ever need something, let me know.
I want peace and quiet.
yeah, I guess I could say I partake in a lot of gallows humor.
Huh?
I want to be left alone.
There's no way I can do that. We're pals, aren't we?
Basically, characters like
Vivia,
it's very like often make jokes
you've
and
barely
instead of just
eaten a thing
traumatizing, and I
since you
think
came here.
that's a part of me feeling about my life in general.
You're looking kind of emaciated.
I'm eating well enough.
That's not for eating. That's for reading.
Same thing.
How could they be the same thing? Do you hate the food in this town or something? The hotel restaurants offer lots of different choices. I'm sure you'll find something you can eat. All right, today's my treat. Let's go get dinner at a restaurant.
Why bother with all that trouble? I wish...
I can't do that. I may not look it, but I can be pretty persistent. You told me one thing, so now I have to do the opposite. That's what made me the detective I am today.
Don't wish for death. At this rate, you'll be taken away. They're growing stronger. Each new one makes them more formidable. They will even take hold of the living. They're coming.
Oh, is this about how Master Hand?
So death awaits me here.
Don't go any further! They aren't moving. It's almost as though they haven't noticed you.
Oh, come on, I totally grabbed the guy.
I thought so.
I think I grabbed his
They're only
chode.
able to take away the living.
Then you're all...
I'm the same as you are.
No way!
However, in my case, my body's still...
What does that mean? Who are you?
I've already told you. I'm an ordinary detective. I just happen to have one foot on the other side. I decided to come here in my ghost form to try talking to you. And thanks to that, I can't be dragged out of here.
Really? I don't quite understand. But you sure are a mysterious person.
I wouldn't mind walking away on my own, but I refuse to let someone take me away from here. That is not the peace I desire.
So you've reconsidered?
There is no need for you to be imprisoned here. I think your atonement has been fulfilled. Isn't it about time you sever your attachments here?
No. I want to remain behind. Not everyone is as strong.
I'm not strong at all. I've just grown used to death. Also, will the elevator move again? Or is it stuck?
Yeah. Until someone pushes the button.
Yeah.
Vivia! Are you there?
That's Chief
He's not here? I thought he'd come here to investigate.
He took the stairs all the way to the roof to chase after the elevator.
He must have been worried about you. I've watched over 10 people depart, but he's the first one I've seen come looking for the You have a place you can return to. Perhaps.
Honestly, I don't care for all the noise.
However, if you have a place to return home,
Home. I find myself hesitating.
isn't it obvious?
Hey, Vivia! Where did you go?
Please, go back to
I'm
him.
starting to tear up again.
I'm sure he's waiting for you to return.
Vivia! I was looking all over for you. You had such a solemn look on your face when you left, so I had a hunch. What happened?
I got a bit lost.
Getting lost at your age? Then again, you didn't come to this city that long ago, so I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I'm glad you're okay. Let's go back to my awesome agency office.
Death is always awaiting me upon my path. Like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet. Even if I manage to overcome them and make it to the end of that path, when I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral. To live means to continuously die. Every human is nothing but a walking corpse. And so, I too am dying in this moment. However,
Thank you, Rio.
as long as I continue to travel this path, I may enjoy some peaceful scenery. Beyond the truth. Perhaps the peace I desire can be found there.
Thank you, Rio. Erica Mendez. I think I know. Wait. Wait. Is. That was Nagisa from Ultra Spare Girls. And Maki. I knew they looked familiar. Well, I'm gonna end the episode here. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. See ya.